Hey guys, it's QuickyBaby and welcome to a video that will be talking through crew skills for your heavy tanks. Now, just a caveat that these are my preferred crew skills for heavy tanks, and that doesn't mean that they're necessarily going to be the best or fit your playstyle. However, I do feel that the options for heavy tanks are pretty much more obvious than those for the medium tanks or the lights. But without further ado, let's get on with the show. So, having a lot of armor and health, that means that you should be taking repairs as your first skill on nearly all of your heavy tanks. Considering that heavy tanks do start from tier 4 plus, this means that in my opinion, nearly every heavy tank in the game should take repair as its first skill. You have a lot of health and you've got a lot of armor. You're also very slow moving. That means that you will get detracked a lot. And if you can't put your tracks back on quickly to allow yourself to remaneuver, to prevent an enemy from being able to fully flank you, or to be able to pull back around that corner, then you're going to be in a lot of trouble. If you've watched my live streams, you'll know that I'm pretty vindictive to players that do not use the repair crew on their high tier tanks. Simply put, that if you do not use repair on your heavy tanks, in my opinion, you're doing it wrong. And if I'm in a medium tank or a light tank, I'm going to be able to detrack you and flank you so easily, even with low rate of fire tanks, such as the FE4202. So with that insight underway, what should be your second choice of crew skills in your heavy tanks? So as soon as you reach 100% on your commander, you want to drop and retake 6th Sense perk as your first skill, and then proceed to take your second skill as repairs. For a gunner, you want to be taking snapshot. For a driver, you want to be taking clutch braking. Often the main weakness of heavy tanks is the poor traverse speed. Clutch braking will help dampen this weakness. For your loader, if you feel like it, you might want to retrain and take safe stowage, or even adrenaline rush. But I prefer to take safe stowage over adrenaline rush any day. And then either retake repairs, or if you did not retrain, take camouflage as your second skill. If you do have a radio operator, situational awareness is a very good skill, and is a definite first pick after you get your repairs done. Okay, so now you've got a 3-skill crew, what should you do? Alright, well basically you're going to do exactly the same as you did for the 2-skill crew. However, you're going to be replacing one of the 100% with brothers in arms. The commander setup, the gunner setup, the driver setup, and the radio operator setup. And if you have a loader, definitely think about taking safe stowage. Heavy tanks take a hell of a lot of punishment, and safe stowage might just be the edge that you need to remain keeping your DPM high, or just simply not blowing up, or even wasting a repair kit. Quite often your ammo rack will go and you'll have to use your repair kit on the ammo rack. Remember, however, lots of heavy tanks do have 2 loaders and the safe stowage is not cumulative. That means feel free to take adrenaline rush on your other loader, or simply just take camouflage. However, there are some tanks which do have engines located at the front, and it is definitely worth taking preventative maintenance, which will reduce the chance of engine fire by 25%. There are some heavy tanks, such as the KV-5, that are very heavy and capable of moving very quickly, and those two things combined can mean one resulting consequence for the enemy: huge bloomin' rams. So what that means is that taking controlled impact on your driver might be for you. However, in my opinion, the simple necessity for having to have clutch braking to really try and minimize the absolutely awful traverse speed in many of the heavy tanks really means that you really can't afford to use it in most of the cases, unless you are really one of those kamikaze drivers who will ram at every possible opportunity, and then maybe controlled impact is for you. Okay, so now maybe you're hitting a 4-skill crew. My recommendations would be taking Recon in your commander to maximize your view range. Your gunner might want to take designated target or camouflage. Your driver, depending if you're a preventative maintenance user such as me in the E75, will either want to be taking the controlled impact or the off-road driving or clutch braking. I would probably prioritize clutch braking in the majority of heavy tanks. Your radio operator will definitely want to be taking camouflage, and again, the option of the loader is up to you. Whether you want to be going for the camouflage, to go with your safe stowage, or if you've taken adrenaline rush, maybe you want to pick safe stowage and then restart to retrain your repair. Anyway guys, that was my insight to my skills that I like to take with my heavy tanks. I hope it has been helpful to you. If it has, please consider rating the video down below. I'd really appreciate it. And tell me what you think about what I've said in the comments below. I've done videos like this for all the other tank types, so consider checking them out if you're interested. But anyway, as always, thank you so much for watching. You've been epic, and hopefully I'll see you soon.